Hare Krishna and Namaste, friends. How have you been doing? I know that I'm basically at this point your once every 2 to 3, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year friend. But I am back for a video because this is something that I've gotten a lot of questions about, and that is the health of my hair and what I'm doing to it to keep it healthy. Anyway, I thought that I would do that and show you the length of my hair. This has been the first time I've been able to wear a sari since October when I dressed up as Pavarti from Devdas. There's no really meaning behind why I can't wear a sari. It's basically that I have work. This is just not a look that you wear in the US to go to work, sadly. Maybe when I get a job at a temple, I can wear this like this. But right now, I am just a teacher. And yeah, bangs. I recut my bangs for now. I'm probably going to grow them out again soon. If I can keep them like this, that would be amazing. But basically what happened is that they accidentally cut too thick of bangs. So I'm trying to grow out these sides so I can kind of keep them at this wispy kind of thing. Let me know what you think about it. Anyway, I thought I could show you my hair because I recently got a haircut 2, 3 weeks ago because I was getting some dead ends. And I thought I would share what I do, even though it's just so minimal. Basically, the reason my hair is so healthy is not what I do, it's what I don't do to my hair. And I will share those with you later. Anyway, here is my hair. It is all the way, here's my tailbone, and my hair is touching my tailbone, as you can see. Here's my sari drape for the day. It's not the fanciest, it's just kind of like a quick everyday drape, but yeah. I guess I could sit back here so you can kind of see my hair a little bit better. It is long, it is freshly washed. This is my natural hair texture going on here, just kind of slightly crimpy, wavy. So that's why I braid my hair at night, but we'll get into it. So here is what I do to keep my hair at a healthy state. As you know, for the longest time, if you've known me for a long time, my hair has always been above my shoulders. It never really grew past my shoulder. It was always dyed. It always had to be straightened because of this wavy going on here. Because my hair just doesn't like to be in its natural texture when it's really short. It likes to just frizz. It likes to be nasty no matter what I did. It just would not cooperate with me. It had to have some kind of heat on it. And that is when I realized if I really want long hair, I can't keep doing nasty things to my hair. And that is just something that people don't understand fully a lot of the times. They think, oh, I can grow my hair out and be bleach blonde. So many celebrities have long hair and they dye their hair, but the truth is, almost everybody in Hollywood, Bollywood, um, Tollywood, all of those places, if they have super long dyed hair, it most likely isn't natural unless they're doing other chemical treatments to it to keep the ends from breaking off. It's mostly wigs, it's weave, it's hair extensions. It is just a bunch of things. It's not natural hair. As you can see, my hair is completely natural. These ends are lighter than the top of my hair because these are been exposed to sun. They've been bleached by the sun. It's taken me forever to grow out the bleach in my hair because just before my senior prom, and that was 5 years ago, I decided to try to bleach my hair again. And that did not work out very well. My hair literally did not take to the bleach. It was so damaged. Only the roots took to the bleach because of how damaged the ends were. And yeah. So the things that I do to keep my hair healthy, that I have not dyed my hair in 5 years. All of that has been cut off. I do get regular trims. I know people are like, well, the hair doesn't grow from the bottom of the hair, it grows from the top of the head. when I started this long hair care journey, I did not want unhealthy hair. I wanted long, healthy hair. So I decided not to have my ends looking raggedy. I wanted them trimmed. And so I try to keep up with my trim schedule. My trim schedule is every 6 months to a year. I try to keep it in a 6 months range because my hair has a really, even though my hair is really thick, my hair has a very fine European hair texture. Where if I get anything like rubbed up against it, it will start to fray and look a little nasty at the ends, which is something that I do to protect my hair. Is every night I put it in a really long, loose braid, like really loose, and I put a little bit of leave-in conditioner in it before I braid it, of course. I brush it out, put the leave-in conditioner in, I will braid it up, and then I wrap it in this. This is a silk scarf. This is meant to actually be like over the head like this and wrap your hair up. My hair is too long for that. I tried it and my hair turns out funky if I do it like that. Like it will be really flat and like not bouncy like this. So when I braid it, I will wrap the braid up like this to put it in my ends. So my ends are the only thing covered. Like I would say the most fragile length of my hair. So these parts right here are the only things that will get covered. And that's to keep it safe. I also use a biotin shampoo. Now, I don't know if it really helps grow my hair like the actual hair that's here, but as you know, I have some health issues. I have Hashimoto's and I have something else going on with my joints. And I use this because I've noticed that since I've been using this, my hair doesn't break as much. And yeah, I also brush my hair with what's called a tangle teaser. Tangle teaser, I'm not going to show my brush because it's nasty. Like it needs to be replaced because like I said, this long hair has to be brushed a lot, and there's some parts of the tangle teaser that are actually breaking off because of how much I use it. But it just, it's just how it is. And then I don't have a specific conditioner I like more than others. My favorite, oh, my favorite conditioners are ones that have coconut oil or like shea butter in it. And when I wash my hair, which is once a week or twice a week, depending on how dry it is, like right now, this is December, which it's only like 6 more days to my birthday, but it's December and it's really dry and snowy here in Minnesota. And this Thursday, it's supposed to be negative 20 degrees outside with the windshield. So I need a strong, thick conditioner to condition my ends, but I also need to wash the dead skin off my scalp. But the flip side of that is since it's winter, my hair is already really dry, my scalp is really dry. So I need to be careful about how much I wash my hair. A couple of years ago, when I was starting to grow out my hair, it got so dry and so cold. We had what's called the polar vortex come through. My skin on my scalp was so dry and tender that I could not do anything with it. Like I could not wash it more than once a week, and if I tried to, it was just flake and flake and flake. And that leads me to another thing. These are things that I don't do or no longer do. And the one thing that I no longer do, which I probably should get back to doing, is I don't oil my hair every week like I used to. I used to be really thorough with my oils. Like I would use a mix of castor oil, almond oil, and an essential oil to make it smell a little better. Sometimes it would even just be coconut oil I'd put in there just to make it smell better because I do not like the smell of castor oil. But what would happen is since I have a little bit of health issues, the my hands, I don't know if you can kind of see, but they're kind of getting a little, they're kind of like, this is just me holding my hand naturally. They're kind of getting crooked. And I'm now on medicine for it, but when I would do this, really, really massage it into my head, it would I could not use my hands the next day. And that's just something that I don't want to have to go through because, going through all the oil, like detangling my hair and washing it afterwards, like it was really hurting my hands. Today my hands hurt because I don't know, as you can see, yesterday I installed a new closet organizer to my sari collection and my hands hurt today. So I could not, it took me an hour to drape a sari, when normally it would take me about 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on what drape I was doing. Just to do this really simple drape that's not even perfect, it took me about an hour. So that's that. So I don't do that anymore, which, like I said, I probably should, and I'm thinking about getting a head massager, like an electric one, to kind of do the oil treatment for me. That's something that I'm thinking about doing. I have not fully done it because I don't know if my hair really needs it at this point, because it's so healthy, and since my hair is not coarse like a lot of Indian and Afro hair textures are, and a lot of Asian hair textures are, which that's normally where like the oiling comes from. I'm not sure if I need it because a lot of European hairs are really heavily weighed down by oil, and as you can see, I just have extremely fine hair, which is fine. Like, everybody has a different hair texture. We have all things that work for us differently. I'm not saying that this is what I'm doing is God's word to do for everybody's hair, because I guarantee you, if you treat my hair like I treat it and you have really kinky curly hair, God bless your hair, but it's not going to look very nice. It's probably going to be frizzy. It's going to be extra dry because we have different hair textures. Or if you have even finer hair than I do and you have thin hair and you're doing what I'm doing, your hair might be heavily weighed down by the amount. Like, I don't wash my hair very often, and people with thin, finer hair need to wash their hair often because, you know, oil buildup. I no longer use normal towels. I use old t-shirts. I will buy fully cotton t-shirts, like extra larges, just to use for my hair to dry it off, because for most towels, especially here in the US, they're really rough. And that will, when your hair is super wet and you're putting it in a really rough towel, it's creating like this friction, which is why I use this when I'm in bed, when I'm going to bed, because I don't have silk or satin sheets. I prefer cotton when I'm sleeping because I just like the feel of cotton better than silk or satin. And also, I don't really buy silk anything because the ethics part of silk. Like, this is a satin sari made out of cotton. I'm trying to think of what else I don't do. There's a lot of things I don't do. I don't use heat very often. The last time I used any sort of heat on my hair was for a Diwali event that we all went to back in the beginning of October. Even with my bangs, I do not use heat on. What I do is I brush them down and then I curl them under with my fingers when I sleep at night. So then they kind of come out pretty normal. Another thing I do not do is I don't dye my hair. I did do a semi-permanent dye over the summer to kind of protect my ends from getting any more bleached. What I did is I put a semi-permanent copper color in my hair that would wash out, like every other time I would wash my hair, basically. Because, if your hair is virgin, it's really hard to get those semi-permanent colors to stick unless you have bleach in your hair. So that's that. The copper color, I think I might still have a bottle of it, maybe not. But that just works to protect my hair from the sun. I don't do anything with ammonia. I don't do anything with bleach. I don't do anything that's going to lift the cuticle of my hair. That is because your hair, once you do things that compromise it, like doing chemical straighteners, doing chemical dyes, you're compromising your hair to break off. The more you compromise it, the more it's going to break off. Think about it. You're going to the sun and you get a nice tan. You're going to come back with sun damage, whether that be freckles or another mole or sunspots. You're going to have some sun damage, and that's going to affect the elasticity of your skin. For example, I'm very pale. I don't know if you could tell that. If I go out in the sun for too long, there's a chance I'll get burnt. There's a chance I'm going to have a lot of freckles when I come back out. There is a chance that I could end up with skin cancer. Granted, you can't get skin cancer on your hair because you can get it on your scalp, but you can't get it on your hair because this is just dead. There is no life to this. Like if I do this and I squeeze it, I can't feel that. When I get it cut, I will not feel it being cut off. The only time I'll feel anything with my hair is if I pull it and I can feel it on my scalp. That's because this is, I don't want to say it's dead because you know what I mean? Like it's on your body, it's healthy, it's part of you, but it's like your nails. Like it's not, there's no nervous system to your hair or your nails. Like this, you can't, it's not going to hurt it. Like you can't get skin cancer, but it can lift, the sun can and will lift your hair just like a chemical bleach. And that's what causes like highlights. It's what causes like your hair to look kind of a little extra shinier sometimes in the summer, but it's like temporarily. Like the minute that summer ends and you start going into fall, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like there's a split end, this is dead, this is feeling rough. Like right now, I just got my hair cut, my hair is feeling really soft, it's feeling really smooth. I would not be able to say that if I did not get my hair cut because once after I got a good inch cut off, an inch to 2 inches, she said she cut off. It feels like night and day. The very last thing that I can tell you that I do, and that if you don't do it, you will have problems with your hair. I don't do anything tight with my hair, but I also don't let it roam free like this all the time because that creates tangles. I do braid my hair or I put it in a very loose low or high bun, but I don't do it super tight. Like if I can feel it in my scalp, I completely take it down and I redo it. Because if you can feel it pulling on your scalp, it's not gonna be good. You know what I mean? It's just gonna feel awful. And that pulling sensation is wearing down the roots of your hair. So that's all I have to really say about my hair. I know that this is basically things that you already probably know, but I'm just saying that I do the simplest routines with my hair, and somehow it's still working. Like I don't know how, me being as lazy as I am with my hair sometimes, that it still looks super shiny, it looks super healthy. It doesn't look like it's dying, so that is a positive. So anyway, Hare Krishna and Namaste, and thank you for this. Bye bye.